Let's face it, most people are living life on autopilot. Day in, day out, stuck in the same routines, surrounded by the same thoughts, driven by the same fears. And yet, they wonder why nothing changes. But here's the hard truth that no one tells you: you are not living your life is living you. It's a bold statement, I know. But take a moment to reflect. How many times have you let fear, insecurity, or the opinions of others dictate your decisions? How often do you settle for good enough because greatness feels too far out of reach? The reality is, most people will go through their entire existence without ever truly waking up. They'll die long before their hearts stop beating. And here's where the controversy hits hard: if you're not willing to learn these fundamental life lessons, you might as well be one of them. But that doesn't have to be you. In fact, what I'm about to share with you will shift your perspective so dramatically that once you see it, there's no going back. You will never be the same person again. The world won't look the same. Your goals, your desires, your very sense of self, all of it is about to change. But only if you're ready to confront some uncomfortable truths. Because here's the kicker: most of what you've been taught about life is wrong. That's right, the rules you've been following, the beliefs you've held dear, the path you thought was leading to success, it's all upside down. The things you were taught to prioritize, to chase, to believe in, have only been keeping you in chains. And the more you follow them, the tighter those chains get. This might make you uncomfortable. But discomfort is where growth begins. You have to be willing to let go of what you thought you knew. You have to embrace the idea that your previous way of thinking has been a cage, and only by stepping outside that cage can you finally be free. So, are you ready for it? Are you ready to hear the lessons that will shatter your old worldview and leave you with something entirely new, something better? Because once you do, there is no turning back. But that's a good thing. It means you're waking up. It means you're finally in control. Your life will never be the same again, and that is exactly what you need. Now, let's dive into these lessons. Prepare yourself, the journey starts here. Here's the first lesson, and it's one that's going to challenge everything you think you know about success: you don't need to work harder. You need to think differently. This isn't just about motivation or drive. It's about a complete shift in how you see the world and your place in it. The idea that success is directly tied to hard work is an illusion that has trapped millions in a cycle of burnout and frustration. Let me ask you this: how many people do you know who work tirelessly, day and night, but never seem to get ahead? They're grinding, hustling, sacrificing their time, their health, their relationships, all in the name of success. And yet, success keeps slipping through their fingers. Why? Because they're playing by the wrong rules. The truth is, the most successful people in the world aren't necessarily the hardest workers. They're the ones who know how to think beyond the obvious, how to question the status quo, and how to leverage their mindset as their greatest asset. This is not about putting in more hours or pushing yourself to the limit. It's about shifting your perspective so that you can see opportunities where others see obstacles. Now, here's where the strong belief comes in: you are capable of far more than you realize, but only if you break free from the traditional idea of effort equals success. That belief has been drilled into us for generations, but it's holding you back. You've been led to believe that if you just put in enough sweat, the results will come. But the reality is, it's not about effort, it's about alignment. It's about aligning your actions with your vision, your purpose, and the bigger picture. Imagine this: two people are digging for gold. One is using a spoon, working feverishly, day after day, digging deeper and deeper into the ground. The other person steps back, takes a moment to assess the situation, and realizes there's a shovel right next to them. Who's going to find the gold first? Of course, it's the one who stopped to think, the one who took a step back and looked at the problem from a different angle. This is how you need to approach your life. You need to stop digging with spoons and start finding your shovel. The shovel is your new way of thinking. It's the strategy, the mindset, the perspective that allows you to work smarter, not harder. When you change the way you think, you change the way you act, and that's when life starts to transform. But it all starts with a belief, the belief that there is a better way. The belief that you don't have to conform to the old narrative of struggle and grind. Success is not reserved for the few who sacrifice everything, it's available to those who are willing to challenge the conventional path and create their own. Once you truly accept this belief, you'll see the world differently. Opportunities will open up that you never noticed before. you'll stop wasting time on things that don't move the needle. You'll become laser-focused on what truly matters, and the results will follow naturally. The most successful people have mastered this mindset. They've learned to approach life from a place of abundance, not scarcity. They see challenges as opportunities, not barriers. They know that success isn't about how much you do, but how you think about what you're doing. And once you adopt this belief, you'll start to see the same changes in your life. It's not easy to break free from the old way of thinking. But when you do, everything changes. And once it clicks, once you see the world through this new lens, you'll wonder how you ever lived any other way. You won't be the same person you were before, because this belief changes everything. So ask yourself, are you ready to think differently? Are you ready to challenge the old beliefs that have been holding you back? Because once you do, there's no going back. Your life will never be the same. Before continuing, I invite you to click on the first comment. It will help you a lot. Here's something most people won't tell you: your comfort zone is not the problem. It's your enemy. That's right, everything you've heard about finding security and stability is a lie. People tell you that the goal in life is to be comfortable, to get that steady job, build that safe routine, and avoid risks. It sounds reasonable, doesn't it? But here's the twist: comfort is what's keeping you stuck. The life you dream of, the success you're after, the growth you crave, none of that exists inside your comfort zone. In fact, the very idea that comfort leads to happiness is what's keeping you from the life you truly deserve. Let me explain. Every time you choose comfort, you choose to stay the same. You choose not to grow. You choose to avoid the things that might challenge you, stretch you, or push you into the unknown. And in doing so, you choose mediocrity. But here's the kicker: it's not discomfort that you should be afraid of. It's comfort. Discomfort is the price you pay for growth. Think about it: every major breakthrough you've ever had in your life came from stepping outside what was familiar. It was the moments of uncertainty, the times when you felt stretched or challenged, that led to the most profound changes. Yet, we've been conditioned to believe that if we're uncomfortable, something's wrong. But what if discomfort was actually the sign that you're on the right path? Here's the truth: you cannot grow and stay comfortable at the same time. The two are mutually exclusive. Growth happens when you face your fears, confront the unknown, and do the things that scare you. Comfort, on the other hand, keeps you in a state of stagnation, where nothing changes, nothing improves, and nothing extraordinary happens. But here's where it gets really counterintuitive: the more you seek discomfort, the more comfortable your life becomes in the long run. It's a paradox that most people never realize. By pushing yourself into uncomfortable situations, whether that's taking a risk in your career, starting a new business, or simply having a difficult conversation, you build resilience. You grow stronger. You expand your capacity to handle challenges, and as a result, the things that once scared you become easier. Your comfort zone expands, and with it, your life. Most people are trapped in a small, shrinking comfort zone. They avoid risk. They avoid failure. They avoid discomfort at all costs. And what they don't realize is that their comfort zone is shrinking with every decision they make. They become more afraid, more limited, and more stuck as time goes on. But those who embrace discomfort, those who actively seek out the hard, the challenging, and the unknown, their world gets bigger. They gain freedom. They create opportunities. They live a life that others can only dream of. So here's the counterintuitive truth you need to embrace: stop chasing comfort. Start chasing discomfort. The more uncomfortable you make yourself today, the more comfortable your future will be. It's the discomfort that will force you to grow, to adapt, to evolve. It's the discomfort that will push you beyond what you thought was possible. But it's not easy. It's not meant to be. If it were, everyone would be doing it. But those who are willing to embrace discomfort are the ones who achieve greatness. They're the ones who break free from the ordinary and create extraordinary lives. The irony is, people are searching for comfort because they think it will make them happy. But true happiness, true fulfillment, comes from growth. It comes from knowing that you've pushed yourself beyond your limits, that you've faced your fears, that you've done what most people wouldn't. And once you taste that kind of growth, that kind of achievement, you'll realize that comfort was never the goal. It was a trap. So the next time you feel discomfort creeping in, don't run from it. Don't hide. Lean into it. Welcome it. Because discomfort is the gateway to everything you want in life. And once you learn to embrace it, your life will never be the same again. Let's be real for a moment, you want results, and you want them fast. That's natural. Nobody wants to wait years to see their hard work pay off. But here's the good news, you don't have to wait forever. In fact, there's a way to start seeing changes in your life almost immediately, you just need to know where to focus your energy. Here's the secret, it's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things. Most people think that progress is all about hustling 24/7, constantly grinding, constantly pushing. But the truth is, you don't need to overhaul your entire life to start seeing results. You just need to make a few small, strategic shifts, and those shifts will create a ripple effect that transforms everything. Think about it like this, imagine you're standing at the edge of a pool. You drop a tiny pebble into the water, and what happens? The ripples spread out in every direction, changing the surface of the entire pool. That's how life works. One small change, when focused in the right place, can create massive impact. So, what's the fastest way to start seeing real change? It's all about momentum. If you can create just a little bit of forward momentum, you'll find that everything else starts to fall into place. And here's the best part, momentum doesn't require massive action, it only requires a spark. Here's a quick example, let's say you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or lost in your goals. Maybe you're not sure where to start, or you've tried before and didn't get the results you wanted. But instead of trying to tackle everything at once, I want you to focus on one thing, just one, that you can improve today. And the moment you make that improvement, even if it's small, you'll feel a shift. That shift is momentum, and it's the key to quick rewards. What could that one thing be? It might be as simple as setting a clear goal for the day. Or deciding to spend just 10 minutes learning something new. Or maybe it's finally having that conversation you've been avoiding. Whatever it is, when you take that first step, you'll feel an immediate sense of accomplishment. And that sense of accomplishment will fuel you to take the next step, and the next, and the next. Before you know it, those small steps add up to big results. That's the power of momentum, it compounds. It turns tiny actions into huge rewards. And the best part? You can start building momentum today. Right now. You don't need to wait for some magical moment or perfect plan. All you need to do is focus on that first step, and the rewards will follow. You see, most people get stuck because they overthink. They believe they need everything figured out before they can start. But the truth is, the fastest way to get where you want to go is to just start moving. The quicker you start, the quicker you see results. Even if you don't have all the answers, even if you're not sure what comes next, just taking that first step sets everything in motion. And here's the real reward, once you start building momentum, the effort it takes to maintain it becomes easier and easier. It's like pushing a boulder uphill. At first, it's heavy, it's slow, and it feels impossible. But once that boulder starts rolling, it takes less and less effort to keep it going. Eventually, it becomes almost effortless, and that's where the magic happens. Suddenly, the results you've been working for come faster than you ever expected. So, what's the one thing you can do today to build momentum? Whatever it is, don't wait. Don't overthink. Don't second-guess yourself. Take action now, no matter how small, and watch how quickly things begin to change. Because once you get the ball rolling, once you see that first reward, you'll realize that the life you want is closer than you think. And it all starts with that one small step. Your life will never be the same once you harness the power of momentum. Start today, and the results will come faster than you ever imagined. Now, let me ask you this, have you ever wondered why some people seem to get everything they want in life while others are left behind, struggling and frustrated? What if I told you that there's a hidden pattern behind their success, a secret that most people never discover? Here's the thing, it's not just about hard work, talent, or even luck. There's something deeper, something that most people are completely unaware of, and it's the real reason why certain individuals rise to the top, seemingly effortlessly. What if you could learn that secret today? Imagine how different your life could be if you understood the key that opens doors most people don't even know exist. The best part? It's not what you think. Most of what you've been taught about success and achievement is only scratching the surface. There's a hidden layer that few ever tap into, and once you see it, everything changes. What if I told you that success isn't about following the rules, but about knowing which rules to break? That's right, the most successful people don't just blindly follow the path laid out for them. They know how to bend the rules in their favor, to turn the game upside down. And here's where your curiosity comes into play. Wouldn't you like to know how they do it? Wouldn't you want to understand the strategies they use to leap ahead while others are stuck in place? Here's a teaser. The secret isn't about working harder. It's not about being smarter. It's about learning to see the invisible patterns that shape your life. The patterns that determine whether you succeed or fail, whether you live your dreams or settle for mediocrity. Think about it for a moment. Why is it that two people with the same skills, the same opportunities, and the same resources can end up with completely different results? It's not a matter of luck. The answer lies in the invisible forces that most people never notice, and those who do notice them, who understand how to harness them, can change their lives in ways that seem almost magical to everyone else. And here's where it gets even more interesting. These patterns are right in front of you, hidden in plain sight. Once you start to see them, you'll wonder how you ever missed them. Imagine being able to look at any situation, any challenge, and knowing exactly how to navigate it, knowing the subtle moves, the small adjustments, that lead to massive results. That's what the most successful people are doing, whether they realize it or not. But here's the catch: most people never ask the right questions. They never get curious enough to dig deeper, to look beyond the surface. They accept what they've been told, they follow the traditional path, and they wonder why they never get ahead. But you're not like most people, are you? You've stayed with me this far because something inside you is different. Something inside you is curious. You want to know what lies beneath the surface. So, here's what you need to understand: curiosity is your superpower. The more curious you are, the more questions you ask, the more doors you'll open. When you start questioning the world around you, when you stop taking things at face value, that's when the hidden patterns begin to reveal themselves. And once you see those patterns, you can manipulate them to your advantage. You can play the game of life on a whole new level, a level that most people don't even know exists. Here's a simple example. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract opportunities, while others always seem to miss out? It's not luck, it's awareness. Those who attract opportunities aren't just in the right place at the right time. They're tuned in. They've learned to recognize the subtle signs, the clues that most people overlook. They're curious about the world, constantly asking, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to my advantage? Curiosity opens your mind, it opens your eyes, and it opens your life. The more curious you are, the more you'll uncover. And what you'll uncover are the keys to success, happiness, and fulfillment that have been hiding in plain sight all along. So, here's my challenge to you: stay curious. Don't settle for what you've been told. Don't accept the limitations that others have placed on you. Keep asking questions. Keep digging deeper. Because the answers you're looking for are out there, and they're waiting for someone bold enough, curious enough, to find them. And once you do, your life will never be the same again. You'll see the world differently. You'll understand the hidden dynamics that shape your reality. You'll have the power to create the life you've always wanted. But it all starts with one simple thing: curiosity. Are you ready to uncover the secrets that most people will never see? Because once you do, there's no turning back.